I welcome you all to the very first lecture of Information Security Fundamentals. In today's lecture, we shall discuss about the need for information security and try to understand what security is. So let's get started. So before directly starting with the definition and the need for information security, I would just like to discuss a few points from the history. So as the history of any science begins with a need, even the information security has taken its beginning with protecting the physical and software components of the first mainframe developed during World War II. So this mainframe was filled with highly secured data. Access to it was done through multiple keys, facial verification, ID card verifications through security guards. This physical protection was enough until mainframe was brought online during the 1960s. During the 1960s, the mainframes are interconnected through different centers by using research product ARPANET by Defense's Advanced Research Project Agency, which is also known as ARPA. So it is a base for internet evaluation. A very simple process of communication was set up between mainframe and communication center. This interconnection has created a lot of protection issues. To deal with it, in June of 1967, the ARPA employed a task force to study the process of information systems. With the effort and recommendations of task force, a report was created and named as RAND Report R609.9. Many operating systems were designed by including security in the operating system core. First, among such operating systems are the Multics. It is a time-sharing operating system developed in the mid-1960s by a consortium of General Electric, also called GE, Bell Labs, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Then Unix joins the list with more password protecting features. During late 1970s, personal computer has made its budding. Personal computers are interconnected to data centers, which made data and resources available in different locations. In simple terms, can be called as decentralization of the data and resources. This evaluation has created networking in the 1980s. Then in the 1990s, computers have become part of human life and are connected to each other through the internet. The internet was now available even for the public, which has previously been with the government, academia, and few industry professionals. As the most critical Defense Department information was also a part of the internet, some de facto standards were in the need to protect them from external world through the internet. These de facto standards could provide limited security to the crucial data. Many protection problems which are rising today are because of the low priority given to security those days. One among such important cases is the email. This lack of complete data protection has given enough scope to security threats. At present, millions of trillions of unsecured computers are part of the internet. Protecting personal data is contingent on information security. Now, many governments have understood that the information security is as important as the defense of a country. Cyber attacks are making all organizations to safeguard their resources from the external world by employing proper security measures. Now, looking at the security and its definition, the term security actually defines something that secures or makes safe. So in other words, denying the access to someone who does not have required credentials to access the organization information. Security method needs to be deployed to protect the critical resources from adversaries that could cause harm, intentionally or accidentally. The national security of any country would be one example of it. It is a multi-layered system to protect the assets, resources, people, and the pride of our country. A complex multi-layered security system is also needed for achieving the safety of any organization. different layers of security are needed for any organization to protect their operations. They can be as follows. The physical security that can be employed to protect physical items and objects from unauthorized access. Then personal security needs to protect the employee or a group of employees who are authorized to access operations of the organization. And the third is operation security to protect the details of an operation or series of operations of any organization. Therefore, to summarize the need for information security, we can say that communication security is needed to protect communication medium technology and critical data of an organization. Network security is critical in protecting networking components and their connectivity and content which follow through the network components. And information security can be employed to protect the confidentiality, technology, storage, process, transmission system, and integrity and availability of information assets. It can be achieved by imposing different security policies, training and awareness, and technology. Well, here I would like to discuss a few advantages and disadvantages. Starting with the advantages, information security protects the data and resources of the organization. It provides secure and authenticated communication within and outside the organization. It provides confidence and reliability to client about the organization. It also provides a secure payment process for the users to do online transactions. And regarding the disadvantages, information security increases the complexity of the communication. Organizations are investing huge money for providing security and its upgrade. It decreases the productivity of the organization as proving authenticity of the users every time. And lastly, a dedicated team is required to monitor the security, giving training and modifying the access repeatedly. So this was all about the first session on information security fundamentals. So thanks for watching.